Have you noticed she's been distant lately? You're not imagining things. In the intricate dance of human interactions, there are moments when we feel unseen, unheard, and yes, ignored. It's a tough spot to be in, especially when the one doing the ignoring is someone you care about. But before we jump into conclusions, let's try understanding why this might be happening. Firstly, lack of interest could be a reason. We all have been there, haven't we? You're talking away with enthusiasm, and she seems to be on a different planet. It's not necessarily about you. Maybe the topic isn't her cup of tea. Or perhaps she's just not that into you. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's better to face the truth than live in denial. Then, there's the possibility of testing boundaries. Some people are like that, pushing to see how much they can get away with. It's a way of asserting control or seeking attention. If you find this behavior pattern repeating, it's a red flag. Remember, respect is a two-way street, and you deserve better. Lastly, she could simply be preoccupied with other things. Life is a whirlwind of responsibilities, tasks, and problems. Sometimes, the mind is elsewhere, even when we're physically present. It doesn't mean she's ignoring you. She's just dealing with her own stuff. It's crucial to differentiate between being ignored and being momentarily overlooked. It's important to note that these behaviors aren't always a personal affront. The human mind is a complex labyrinth of emotions, thoughts, and experiences. What we perceive as ignorance could just be a manifestation of something deeper going on in her life. Perhaps it's fear, insecurity, or just plain old distraction. Understanding why she might be ignoring you is the first step. So what's next? Let's dive deeper into this dilemma as we explore the role of ego and how to react healthily to such situations. Because remember, it's not just about surviving these moments, it's about growing from them. It's natural to feel a sting to your ego when ignored, but here's why that reaction might not be the best for you. We often tie our sense of self-worth to the amount of attention we receive from others. This is a common trap, especially in romantic relationships. When we find ourselves ignored, it's like a blow to our ego, a punch to our pride. Our ego is that part of us that takes pride in who we are, and when it's bruised, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy and bitterness. But let's take a step back. Why does being ignored hurt so much? It's because we've allowed someone else's actions to dictate our self-perception. We've given them the power to define our worth. Let's unpack that. Your worth is not something that can be determined by how much attention you receive from another person. It's not a prize to be won or a status to be earned. Your worth is inherent. It's in your being. And it's high time we separate it from the whims and fancies of someone else's attention. Now, when we feel ignored and our ego takes a hit, we may react in harmful ways. We might lash out, seek revenge, or worse, start doubting our self-worth. But these responses only serve to further damage our self-esteem. It's like pouring salt on a wound. So, how should we react when we're ignored? Well, the first step is to recognize that your ego has been bruised. Acknowledge the hurt, but don't let it dictate your actions. Instead, turn your focus inward. Reflect on your self-worth, your strengths, your abilities. These are the things that define you, not someone else's attention or lack thereof. Remember, your worth is not a toy for someone else to play with. It's a fortress, solid and unshakable, and it's up to you to keep it that way. So, the next time you're ignored, don't let it shake your self-worth. Instead, use it as a reminder of your inherent value and strength. Remember, your worth is not determined by someone else's attention or lack thereof. Now that we've understood why she might be ignoring you and how it can affect your ego, let's discuss how to react in a healthier way. Firstly, it's crucial to emphasize communication. When you're being ignored, it's easy to let your mind wander into the realm of assumptions. But remember, assumptions can be misleading. Instead of jumping to conclusions, try to initiate a conversation. It's about expressing your feelings without blaming or accusing. You might say something like, "I've noticed we haven't been talking as much. Is there something on your mind?" Patience is the next key element. Understand that she might need some time. Maybe she's trying to process something, or just needs a bit of space. It's essential to respect her need for time, and not to pressure her into talking before she's ready. It's all about giving her the room to breathe, and come back to you when she's ready. Along with patience comes understanding. Try to see things from her perspective. Is there something that might have upset her? Or perhaps she's dealing with personal issues that she's not ready to share yet. Always remember, it's not always about you. Respect is another fundamental aspect. Respect her feelings, her space, and her decisions. Even if you don't fully understand why she's ignoring you, it's important to respect her choice. This doesn't mean you have to accept being ignored indefinitely, but it does mean respecting her feelings in the moment. These suggestions, while simple, can have a profound impact on how you handle being ignored. They can shift your perspective from feeling victimized to feeling empowered, and they can help you navigate your way through the situation with grace and dignity. Remember, your worth is not defined by how others treat you, but by how you treat others and yourself. So, even if you're being ignored, hold your head high, maintain your self-respect, and react in a way that reflects the best version of you. Reacting in a respectful and understanding way can not only help maintain your self-esteem, but also build a healthier relationship. Let's recap what we've learned today. We delved into the complex issue of feeling ignored in a relationship, highlighting the reasons a woman might choose to ignore her partner. We've explored the concept of ego, particularly in men, and how it can be affected when they feel overlooked. We've discussed the natural inclination to react defensively, but also highlighted the importance of understanding and empathy. We've underscored the significance of communication in these situations, encouraging a healthier response of open dialogue and mutual respect. Instead of allowing your ego to dictate your actions, we've suggested taking a step back, evaluating the situation, and approaching it with maturity and understanding. In conclusion, feeling ignored can be a challenging experience, but it's crucial to remember that your worth is not defined by someone else's attention or lack thereof. Remember, understanding and respect are key. And always remember, you are more than someone's attention.